Hello and welcome to the Met Office 10-day trend on the spring equinox. Days are now longer than the nights, and it will certainly feel quite spring-like at times over the next 10 days. Not all the time, of course. There will be some weather to talk about. There'll be fluctuations in temperature. There'll be some wind and rain. But on the whole, the main theme over the next 10 days is that high pressure will be close by. It will bring often fine weather to the UK, especially to the south, and it will turn colder at the weekend before it turns milder again. A mild slice of air over the UK. On Wednesday, temperatures in the mid to high teens and a lot of dry weather as well. But a cold front close to the north of Scotland will bring some rain here. Otherwise, Thursday starts off with a lot of cloud cover. You can see the extent of that cloud, but there will be some breaks for the far north of Scotland behind the cold front and for some eastern parts of the UK as well. It's going to be a wet day for central and western Highlands. Temperatures of 10 degrees under that rainfall. Further south, it's a lot milder. Again, temperatures into the mid or even high teens if we get a few breaks in the cloud. Into Thursday night, and the isobars start to tighten ahead of this area of low pressure, which moves in and brings a cold front to northwestern UK as we start off Friday. This will bring a wet spell of weather for northern and western Scotland in particular, an inch or two of the hills, if not more, in some of the most exposed places. And the winds picking up gales around exposed coasts of Scotland and Northern Ireland, and that area of rainfall sweeps its way southeastwards through the day. Ahead of it, a lot of cloud cover again, some rainfall over western hills, but it's still mild ahead of the cold front, temperatures into the teens. Not feeling, though, quite so pleasant where we've got the wind and the rain in the northwest. Later on Friday, however, that wind and rain does clear southwards, so during Friday afternoon, the heavy rain pushes into northern England, followed by northern and western Wales. We keep cloudy skies ahead of the cold front for southern parts of Britain, but the clouds clear on Friday night for Scotland and Northern Ireland. Blustery showers follow, though, for the far north and northwest of Scotland. By Saturday, we're still talking about that cold front. It's lingering, it's slow moving at this stage, so a damp start to the weekend for southern counties of England, and it may take some time for the weather to improve, but it does improve because high pressure is elbowing in from the Atlantic, bringing fine conditions to much of the UK, especially central areas. Sunny spells, staying dry, but for the far north of Scotland, north of the central belt, it's a blustery day. The isobars tight together here and a lot of showers coming through. Those showers, rain, hail, sleet and hill snow, so quite lively conditions in the far north of Scotland and feeling quite cold where this occurs. Temperatures on the whole lower elsewhere as well behind this cold front, but feeling pleasant enough where we've got lighter winds and some sunny spells. Into Sunday, and it's even colder again, and further showers will spread southwards across the rest of Scotland into Northern Ireland, Northern England, North Wales. A blustery day here, but for southern parts of England and Wales at least, it's largely dry. There'll be breaks in the cloud and where we get light winds again and some sunny spells. Even though temperatures will be in the single figures, it's not going to feel that unpleasant. Quite spring-like in the sunshine. Later on Sunday, we've got low pressure close to the north of Scotland. High pressure just releasing its grip for a time, allowing colder air to spread southwards, and yeah, we'll have a touch of frost on Sunday morning, but Monday morning as well. In places we'll have a touch of frost, and we'll have showers toppling their way across many central and southern areas through the start of Monday. A strong wind blows down the North Sea as well. Expect some big waves around coastal areas, but further west, the weather's settling down. It's not the brightest of days anywhere, but there will be some sunny spells coming through, and temperatures reaching the double figures where that happens. Later Monday, of course, we're going to see that high pressure further west start to influence things a bit more. The jet stream into the start of next week starts to push northwards, amplifying over the Atlantic and allowing high pressure to build in. And that high pressure will last for some days through next week, starting to become more and more influential through Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and so on. And so for much of next week, this is what we expect. High pressure, mainly centred near southern parts of Britain, and for northern parts of Britain, a bit more of an Atlantic influence, and that means some wind and rain, especially in the far north of Scotland. Similar to this week, in other words. That is what we expect through much of next week, and because we'll have high pressure close by, temperatures will start to trend upwards. There'll be some warm sunshine, although there will in addition be variable amounts of cloud being brought in from the Atlantic over the top of that high pressure. Now for the weekend after next, around Friday, Saturday, Sunday time, there'll be a gradual transition to something more unsettled, probably starting further north and then spreading to southern areas for the end of March. So a changeover for the change of month, end of March into the start of April. But like I said at the start, for much of the next 10 days, for much of the country, we can expect some fine conditions, spring-like warm sunshine at times.